So we met last time 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
On Banja Luka half marathon.
Da.
So how are you?
I'm very good, doing good, training as usual.
Every day?
Every day 2 times.
Because you said running is your life, right?
Yeah, running is my life, and I think I look like running like it's everything to me. Yeah.
And today also you have a chance in a school for running, Trk, to also teach others how to train, how to run, how to be motivated, right?
Some years back, Vlado had an idea. We opened like something like a running school. But last year was one of those years, but it was a busy year for me because of the Olympics, so I couldn't do it. So after the Olympic, he asked me again, and I decided maybe because my life is all about running. From maybe high school, in primary school, I played football. Then after that, I joined running. So I decided maybe this is a good time to give it a try. Or maybe I thought at the beginning, working with the kids. But still, that is my goal, like working with the kids. But for the time being, I'm working with grown-up, and I like it.
And is it a challenge for you? Because working with kids and young people, generally it's very nice, but it's also sometimes a challenge. How to really motivate them, how to really transfer the message. And
I think there is a really big difference between working with old guys or maybe the grown-up and compared to working with the children, especially because with the kids, most of them, they want to run really good, maybe join the team like national team for the young kids and maybe win medals in big races. When you look on the other side, when you work with old people or the grown-up, it's a little bit different. Some they have different kind of goals, they have different kind of motivation. It's a little bit less competitive compared to like when you're working with the kids. Yeah.
And of course you have so many awards, so many records, so many medals. What is your main goal for maybe future period, for maybe next year?
At the moment I don't have really a lot of goals, because I think maybe my big goal is maybe the last Olympics, which will be in Tokyo. That will be my last big race for me. Then after that I'm going just to be like maybe running for myself and just being a coach. But next year is also a big year for me because I want to run good in European Championship in a marathon.
Wow.
In Berlin. So that's the big reason why I'm not running marathon this year, because after Rio I had a problem with my tendon and it took me really a long time. Even now I'm still going for therapy at Dr. Yakovlevich to get that better. So I decided this year not run really any marathon, because for marathon training it needs a lot of time, dedication, and you have really to train good for
discipline, focus.
Yeah, if you want to do some really good time. So next year will be one of those big years, and after that Tokyo, the last Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge challenge.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm really convinced that you are going to make it and you're going to be brilliant as always.
I'm dedicated, and I will make it because I'm focused, and really I want to achieve that goal.
You love running, but also love brought you to our country. Can you tell me that story? I know it can sound private, but people love to hear about those beautiful love stories, and now that you're here living in Bosnia, that's a great story. Please tell me about it.
Diana, I don't think that is really a new story, because I've talked about it many times, but because you asked.
But not for my show.
Okay, I will talk about it. In 2003, I came my first time in Europe. It was a marathon race, and we was doing like a marathon race. Most of the invited athletes from Africa, we came like doing a race for charity, human, something like that. Then in that race, I met my husband, Sinisha Marcetic. Maybe it was not maybe love at first glance, because till I went back home, I never knew that I was in love with someone. But with the time and after getting back in Africa and not seeing him all the time, we fall in love, and we kept in touch. And after 1 year back, he came back to Africa with me. Then I came back here, then we went back in Africa again. Then after that, we decided love in long distance is really complicated.
It's very complicated, yeah.
So that's why we decided maybe either he come there or I come here. So it was easier for me to come here than him to come in Africa because he was still a student. So I got married.
And now you're happy, you have a beautiful little girl.
And now I'm happy with my husband. But on top of that, I have a daughter, Victoria. She's my big everything.
Big love, huge love.
Yeah, and she's kind of an inspiration because also that shows people like you can get a key, come back to sport and do whatever you like. So,
motherhood and sport, how do you combine those two big loves also?
Lately it's a little bit easier, but in the beginning it was a little bit hard because
when baby is a little?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to combine training, maybe some work in the house and training all together. But I think when you have a goal and you're dedicated and you have a really focus on what you're doing, you can manage everything.
And you probably have help from family, from your husband, from your friends.
I think that's where I get everything, because I think without my family and maybe my neighbors who are really always willing to help, like sometimes I just come, I need to go for training and ask my neighbor, Desa, can you take care of my Vicky? And she's always willing to do it. Or like when my mother-in-law, she's an amazing woman, and my sister,
you're so happy,
and my sister-in-law, they are always willing to help. So that's why sometimes we have to have family. Without family or friends, life is not the same. So we need each other.
Yeah, life is not so easy when you don't have family and friends. And what about Kenya? Tell us something about it, because I haven't been there. Probably viewers also didn't maybe go there. So tell us something about Kenya.
Kenya. Start with Kenya with a lot of love, because I really love Kenya. Not just because it's my mother country. Yeah. But it's beautiful. At least we have all kind of like this weather now, the way it is here, all like almost the whole year. Only when we have a rainy season. So weather is different from here. Then we have a lot of safari animals. You can see them, like where I come from, we have like, I think 40 kilometers from the national parks. And sometimes when you're going to the city, because you pass there, you can see the bamboos and the monkeys on the road. Wow. So Kenya is a nice country.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What about the food, the music, the culture?
Okay. That's a little bit...
what do you miss from there?
Food.
Food, right.
Food, because of this kind of weather, we have the fresh fruits, the fresh veggies from the garden throughout the year. You don't need the plastic, all those kind of things. Yes. So we have really nice food, and fruits are more sweet, veggies are much more, I don't know why, maybe it's because of the weather. Also, I miss Kenya maybe because of the church. Sometimes my husband always laugh at me when I say I miss the church, and he always say, when you go in church in Kenya, because I come from a Protestant church, we are much more lively. We're not quiet in church. We really dance, you know. So
dance and sing.
The Americans.
Yeah. So, and you miss it here.
Yeah, we don't have that. When we go to the church here, it's always a little bit quiet, and you know, that's not the same. Also, maybe in Kenya, the good weather for training, and most of the places is always like, if you are always in altitude. It's because most of the places is about 1,000 and something up the sea level. So that one we miss here. If I want to go for training, I have to go maybe to Kozera. If I don't need a lot of high altitude, if I need a high altitude, I have to travel all the way to Kopaonik or maybe Yahorina. But in Kenya, I can do my training in my house because we are always high, you know. And
there's no like humidity, no?
No, that's another thing. Summer for me, it's killing. It's really
very heavy.
Very heavy and uncomfortable.
And did you always knew that you wanted to run, to be in sport, to be an athlete?
Okay, since when I was in primary school, I was always like among the best athletes. But the difference is because we don't get a chance, like maybe now it's different. Before we didn't get a chance to like train like children. Me, I used to train like when you go from my house to school and when you're going back. That was, we call that training. All the other maybe sports like football, those ones, and handball, those ones you can do in school. But running was not one of the things, like you need to go and train for that, you know. But here people are different. They train from when you are kids, and you know, with time you already know like what discipline you are running. In my school we never had that. But in primary school and high school I was good footballer. I used to like football really. So that was my sport. So running was not one of it until I finished high school, and
it came
my
later.
Friends started inviting me, Lucy, you can, you know, try it. And I was like, okay, I give it a try. And first marathon was crazy. I did it and I ran 3:06 in a high altitude. That's good time. So after that I joined a club and started training.
Wow, but crazy ideas are sometimes the best ideas.
They are.
trkbanjaluka.com, sve informacije imate tu i možete se naravno družiti sa članovima kluba Trk, učiti o trčanju, trenirati s njima, pripremati se za polumaratone, maratone, bilo da ste rekreativci ili sportisti. Lucia, so you are hanging out with great people every second day here in Park Mladen Stojanović in Banja Luka, so they can see you, hang out with you, you can teach them, give them advices, right?
Da, ja ću malo na srpsko.
Može.
Za sve ljudi koji želi da bude dio trk škola, svi su dobrodošli. Nemoj razmisliti o kilaže, to nisu bitno kod mene.
U
godinama. Bitno da ima ti želja i neki cilje šta ti hoće da stigni i polako ćemo mi na to raditi.
Bravo. Evo, Lucia vas čeka, dakle, svaki drugi dan, ponedeljak, srijeda?
U srijeda, petak i u nedelja. Petak i srijeda to idemo u 7 sati, a nedelja u 9 sati u Pak.
Tu smo, vidimo se, počnite da trčite. Pa pa!
Pa pa!